Hey everyone, this is Curtis with Let's Go Birding, and we are out here at Sprauge Lake. It's pretty windy out here, so I'm sorry in advance for the wind noise. But yeah, I'm out here hoping to find a couple new species of birds for my list. There's been Franklin gulls seen out here recently, and there's a colony of tricolored blackbirds that I'm hoping to find. And I'll show more. I'll talk more about them when I find them, if I find them, because that's how this normally goes. But yeah, it's a good, very cold morning for birds, so hopefully something's out there. Let's go find some. Here we go. We have some two pelicans, American white pelicans specifically. They are one of two species of pelicans in the United States, with the other being brown pelicans. But brown pelicans are, brown pelicans are a more coastal bird, whereas American white pelicans are typically found inland. And apparently getting flight shots is out of the question now. Here's a Caspian tern flying towards us. Oh, and right over us. They are one of the largest terns in the world, and have a nearly worldwide distribution. This whole video is going to be nothing but out-of-focus flight shots with the birds at this lake. Okay, so we finally have a bird that's not flying directly over my head. Getting a terribly out-of-focus flight shot. This is a western grebe. They're super common out here on Sprauge Lake. Found here pretty much from... he actually was calling there. That's cool. Found pretty much from, I think, April well into I think September or maybe even October. They're very common out on scabland ponds like this. Sprauge Lake is really just a massive scabland pond when you look at it. And this species has a very close relative called the Clark's grebe. The main way to separate them is that western grebes have got kind of a dull green, like a yellow-green bill with black going below the eye, whereas Clark's grebes will have white above the eye and a bright kind of yellow-orange bill. So out here at Sprauge Lake, one of the interesting things you tend to see is that there's this. I'm sorry for the shakiness. There's a very large gull colony. It's a mixture of California and ring-billed gulls, mostly ring-bills, and then there's only maybe like a third are Californias. It's still a lot of gulls. There's tends to be easily at least 500 out there, probably more, and there's definitely more as the birds fly up and down the lake. This is a yellow-headed blackbird. They're a bird of the marsh, similar to the red-winged blackbirds and all the other marsh birds that I've shown in my recent videos. And they're very dependent on large sections of marsh. Now, one of the ways that I've heard people describe their call, which was at the beginning of this clip, is it sounds like a rusty gate opening. So I should call again soon, so you can judge that for yourself. Okay, this is an eastern kingbird, and you're probably wondering why a bird with the name East in it, well, with East in its name, is out here as far west as Washington State. There's actually a number of birds that are mostly found in the east, and are sometimes even the only species of their genus in the east. But they often have ranges that reach really far west, and eastern Washington is the farthest west reach of the eastern kingbird's range, which means that around here you can find both eastern and western kingbirds, and thankfully they are fairly easy to tell apart, but it is weird having an east and west kingbird in the same location. Okay, so that is going to be the end of my Sprauge Lake video. As you can kind of tell, I'm planning on doing my outros in front of this nice wallpaper that I have in my room, of course, as I do like the setting. But anyway, so I mentioned at the start of the video that some of my target birds were going to be Franklin's gull and Tricolored blackbird. I wasn't able to find Franklin's gull. I would have been able to get a clip of one had I seen it. But I did see the Tricolored blackbirds, and they were I just couldn't get a video of them. They were flying from one side of the road to another and weren't stopping anywhere in between. So yeah, I think it was a fairly successful trip out to Sprauge Lake, and I will see you next week.